News.
So you heard it from Jonathan. It's that easy, right? But let's bring in our guest to tell us how easy it has been managing the whole issue around blood donation in the country. Let's welcome Professor Sali Yuguda, Director General, National Blood Service Agency. Thank you very much for joining us, Prof.
It's a pleasure for having me here. Thank you very much.
All right, let's begin by looking at the margin. Nigeria is said to need about 2 million units of blood to meet, the growing demand, and we're seeing shortage in the donation of blood. What are you doing about it?
Thank you very much for having me here. First and foremost, let me congratulate Nigerians for celebrating this World Blood Donor Day. And World Blood Donor Day is celebrated every year on the 14th of June. This day is set aside by the World Health Organization in order to thank all those that have been giving blood voluntarily, and also to encourage others to join the bandwagon of donating blood voluntarily. So as we have already seen in the reports, Nigeria has a very wide shortage of blood in the country. And this is based on the fact that most of us are not willing to come out to donate blood voluntarily. And this is impacting negatively on most of the things that the management of most of the elements that we are supposed to be doing in our hospitals. For example, whatever you are going to manage, be it accident victims, maternal mortality, childhood diseases, under 5 mortality, all these ones at one point or the other requires blood transfusion. And based on the statistics, you will agree with me that maternal mortality, that's death from pregnancy and childbirth, accounts for the lack of blood transfusion accounts for up to 40% of such deaths. When you look at the accident victims, about 30% of them die due to lack of access to timely access to blood transfusion. At the same time, when you are talking about management of cancer, management of childhood diseases like severe malaria, sickle cell disease, and so on and so forth. So all these conditions requires blood transfusion at one point or the other. And based on the statistics, in Nigeria, we need at least 2 million units of blood based on our population annually in order to cater for our needs. And unfortunately, we are able to supply less than 30% of that requirement. So you will agree with me that there is wide shortage of blood in the country, and that's why we are calling on all individuals to come out and donate blood regularly and voluntarily.
Prof, it's good you've attested to the shortage, but going forward, we're looking at solution, which is what this Blood Donor Day is canvassing for. We have misconceptions from individuals who are afraid based on cultural or religious belief or just personal fear. What strategies are you adopting to break that cycle, to make people come out and donate blood voluntarily?
Yeah, thank you very much for that question. Actually, there are a lot of misconceptions across the board, more especially when it comes to donating blood. First and foremost, let me assure Nigerians that donating blood is safe. Donating blood cannot harm you. In fact, even if you didn't give the blood voluntarily to individuals that are in need, the way the nature designed our body is such a way that the blood cells themselves have half-life. That they have a lifespan where they will die within a certain period of time. For example, our red blood cells usually die after a maximum of 120 days, and the nature will now replace them. So even if you didn't give people, constantly the cells are being replaced in your body. So back to the question now. When you donate blood, there is no harm in it, even though there are just some few pains that you will feel when they are taking the blood from you, just the needle prick. And then also, when you look at it, you will not feel much, like we saw in the reports. So by the time you donate blood, you are saving lives. And moreover, we as the healthcare personnel, before we collect your blood, we have to make sure that you yourself is safe to donate blood, because we can't take blood from you when it will be harmful actually when you donate blood. So what are we doing in that aspect is that when you come to donate blood, we sit down with you ask you some questions, basic questions about your lifestyles, and also check your blood pressure, check your weight. We have to make sure that you have the minimum weight for a blood donation, which is about 50 kilograms. So we have to do all this background to make sure that you are not on any medication that will affect your health after donating blood. And it's only when you are found to be fit to donate blood, that's when we collect your blood, because we also have a duty on us to protect you as the donor of this blood, and at the same time while we are trying to save lives. So donating blood is very safe for everybody. So I'm therefore encouraging people to come out and donate blood en masse to save lives.
Okay, Prof, we'll pick up with the conversation because sensitization is very key if we want to move forward. Let's take a break. We'll be back.